Hello everyone, welcome to Simple English Daily. I'm Anna. Before we begin, I'd like to invite you to do something small right now. Pause your thoughts, relax your shoulders, and listen to your body for a moment. How are you feeling? Do your eyelids feel as heavy as lead? Is your mind foggy, as if you're walking through a mist? Or do you feel an invisible weight pressing down on your shoulders? If the answer is yes, then you've come to the right place. Today, we aren't going to talk about working hard or pushing ourselves. We're going to talk about rest. We are going to decode the greatest mystery of the human body: sleep. Think about it. We spend a third of our lives simply lying down with our eyes closed. If you're lucky enough to live to 90, you will spend a full 30 years fast asleep. That's a massive number, isn't it? For centuries, scientists, and most of us, mistakenly thought that sleep was a waste of time. We thought the brain simply powered down, like a computer entering sleep mode. But we were completely wrong. Today, science has proven that sleep is not doing nothing. It is an incredibly active and busy process for the brain. So, why exactly is sleep a biological necessity? Let me share a metaphor with you. Imagine your brain is like a high-end, busy office building on Wall Street. During the day, while you're awake, billions of employees, your neurons, are working at full capacity. They're making calls, processing data, and solving complex problems. And just like any office, as they work, they create trash. They drop papers on the floor, spill coffee on their desks, and leave empty lunchboxes behind. By the end of the day, that magnificent office building is a messy pile of garbage. In the brain, this garbage is real. Science calls it metabolic waste, which includes toxic proteins that build up while you think. If this waste isn't cleared out, it becomes extremely dangerous. It kills brain cells, clogs your thinking, and makes you forgetful, irritable, and exhausted. This is where the magic of sleep happens. When you close your eyes and fall into a deep sleep, the office workers finish their shifts and go home. The building closes. And immediately, the night shift cleaning crew appears. Scientists have discovered a groundbreaking mechanism. While we sleep, our brain cells actually shrink in size. This creates large spaces between the cells. Then, a special fluid, cerebrospinal fluid, flows through the brain like a cleansing river. It reaches into every corner, washing away all the waste, toxins, and the stress of yesterday. That is why, after a good night's sleep, you wake up feeling light, refreshed, and clear-headed. It's because your brain has been washed clean. On the other hand, if you don't get enough sleep, the cleaning crew won't have time to finish the job. Imagine the office the next morning, trash is still piled high, and the smell of old coffee lingers. How can employees be productive in such a filthy environment? That is why you feel sluggish, slow, and easily annoyed when you're sleep deprived. So, we now understand why we need to sleep. But how does the body know when it's time to sleep? Why do you feel exhausted at 10 p.m. but not at 10 a.m.? To answer this question, we need to meet the two powerful managers of our body. The first manager is the body clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. Deep inside your brain, there is an ancient clock that has been ticking for millions of years. It doesn't run on batteries, it runs on light. When sunlight hits your eyes in the morning, it shouts, "Wake up! It's daylight. Time to get moving." When the sun sets and darkness takes over, it whispers, "Shish, it's dark. Time to rest." To carry out this command, the body uses a special messenger called melatonin. I love the nickname scientists have given it, the vampire hormone. Why? Because just like a vampire, melatonin is afraid of the light. It only appears in the dark. As night falls, the brain opens the valve to release melatonin into your bloodstream. It spreads throughout your body, lowering your temperature, relaxing your muscles, and making your eyelids heavy. But melatonin doesn't work alone. It has a dedicated partner. The second manager, known as sleep pressure. Imagine you have a balloon in your pocket. When you wake up in the morning, the balloon is completely flat. But for every hour you are awake and every hour you work, your body pumps a little more air into that balloon. By 10 a.m., the balloon is slightly inflated. By 4 p.m., it's even tighter. By 10 p.m., the balloon is stretched to its limit, about to burst. It is the pressure from this balloon that creates that irresistible, sleepy feeling, pushing you into bed. While you sleep, a release valve opens, the air escapes, and the next morning, you have an empty balloon to start the day again. Therefore, the formula for a perfect night's sleep is the meeting of these two factors. 1. High melatonin levels, brought on by darkness. 2. High sleep pressure, brought on by being active all day. When these two things happen at the same time, you will sleep like a baby, drifting into peaceful dreams while the cleaning crew gets to work. However, there is some bad news. In today's modern world, we are ruthlessly destroying this sophisticated system. We have broken our natural rhythm. We have disrupted our body clocks. Why? Because of electric lights. Because of caffeine. And the biggest, most dangerous culprit of all, is likely sitting right in the palm of your hand at this very moment. Welcome back. In the previous part, we learned about our ancient body clock and its companion, the vampire hormone melatonin. We know that our bodies are programmed to sleep when darkness falls. But, take a look around your room right now. We no longer live in darkness. We are surrounded by artificial light. In this section, we are going to unmask the 3 most dangerous enemies of sleep. I call them the 3 silent killers. And chances are, you are accidentally inviting them into your bedroom every single night. Killer number 1, the miniature sun in your pocket. Yes, I'm talking about your smartphone. Admit it, do you have the habit of scrolling through TikTok or checking Facebook one last time while your head is already on the pillow? If so, you're sending a deadly wrong message to your brain. Phone screens emit a specific type of light called blue light. To our primitive brains, blue light looks exactly like the sun at high noon. When you look at your phone at 11 p.m., an alarm signal is sent to your body clock. Hey, look at this brilliant light. It must be the middle of the day. Stop producing melatonin immediately. The consequence? The melatonin valve shuts off. You feel wide awake. You think you're not tired, but in reality, you're just being tricked by the light. Killer number 2, the sweet deceiver, caffeine. Coffee, tea, energy drinks. We all know they help us stay alert. But what few people realize is how long they linger. In science, there's a concept called half-life. The half-life of caffeine is about 5 to 6 hours. This means if you drink a cup of coffee at 4 p.m. to fight off drowsiness, by 10 p.m., when you actually want to go to sleep, 50% of that caffeine is still surging through your bloodstream. It is still busy locking your sleepiness receptors. You might feel physically exhausted, but your brain is being chemically forced to stay awake. Therefore, the golden rule is, no caffeine after 2 p.m. Killer number 3, temperature. Did you know that in order to fall asleep, your core body temperature must drop by about 1 degree Celsius? If your bedroom is too hot, or if your blanket is too thick, your body won't be able to cool down. This sends a warning signal to the brain, causing you to toss and turn or wake up in the middle of the night. The secret here is, keep your bedroom as cool as a cave. It's much better to feel a bit chilly and use a thin blanket than to be uncomfortably warm. So, how do we fight back against these enemies? We can't rely on willpower alone. We need a strategy. We need a ritual. I'd like to introduce you to the concept of the power down hour. Imagine your day as like a long flight. You can't just be flying at 800 kilometers per hour and then suddenly stop. You need a gradual and smooth landing process. Let's divide the last 60 minutes of your day into 3 landing phases. Phase 1. The first 20 minutes, a warm bath. This is my favorite trick. It's not just about getting clean. It's about tricking your body temperature. When you soak in warm water, blood rushes to the surface of your skin to release heat. When you step out of the bathroom into the cooler air, that heat escapes rapidly, causing your core temperature to drop significantly. This sudden drop is the biological signal that tells your brain, it's time to sleep. Phase 2. The middle 20 minutes. Digital sunset. Now that you're clean and cozy in your pajamas, it's time for the golden rule. A screen detox. Turn off the TV. Face your phone down or leave it in another room. Create a manual sunset in your bedroom. Turn off the bright overhead lights and only use a small bedside lamp with warm, dim light. Remember, darkness is melatonin's best friend. Phase 3. The final 20 minutes, the escape. Now you're lying in bed under the dim glow of your lamp. What should you do? Don't lie there worrying about tomorrow's deadlines. Don't read business or self-help books. They force your brain to think logically. Instead, read fiction. Read Harry Potter. Read a romance novel. Read anything that transports you to another world. Fiction allows your brain to escape from the anxieties of reality. It's like a practice dream before the real dream begins. Read until your eyelids feel so heavy that you can no longer keep them open. And then, lights out. However, life isn't always perfect. There are nights when, even if you do everything right, sleep still avoids you. You lie there, staring blankly at the ceiling. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., your mind starts racing with thousands of worries. This is insomnia, and it feels terrible. Don't panic. Open this emergency first aid kit with 3 psychological tricks. Tip number 1. The 15-minute rule. If you've been lying in bed for more than 15 minutes and can't fall asleep, get up. Sounds crazy, right? But it's science. If you lie there tossing and turning for too long, your brain starts to associate the bed with anxiety and wakefulness. Bed equals a place for worrying. We need to break that connection. Go to another room, sit down, and read a book under dim light until you feel exhausted. Only then should you return to bed. Reteach your brain the lesson. Bed equals a place only for sleep. Tip number 2. Cognitive shuffling. Your brain can't sleep because it's too busy planning things logically. To fall asleep, you need to switch off logical thinking and switch on random thinking. Try this game. Pick a letter. For example, the letter A. Visualize images starting with A in your mind. Apple. Ant. Airplane. Artist. This game is engaging enough to stop your anxiety, but boring enough to lull you to sleep. Tip number 3. The 4-7-8 breathing technique. This is the most powerful natural sedative. Let's do it with me right now. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth, making a soft whoosh sound for 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat this 4 times. Your heart rate will slow down. The tension will melt away. And sleep will come to pick you up. My dear friends, today's journey of discovery has come to an end. We have traveled from the busy office of the brain, through the rhythm of the sunlight, to the peaceful stillness of this bedroom. I hope the knowledge shared today not only helps you understand your body better but also helps you rediscover the tranquility you've been missing. Remember, sleep is like a shy dove. The harder you try to chase it, the further it flies away. But if you stay calm, sit still, and open your palm, it will land on its own. Be patient with yourself. Cherish the darkness. Tonight, allow yourself to let go of every burden. You have worked hard enough. You deserve to rest. If this video made you feel a little better, please give me a gentle like. If you know someone who is struggling with insomnia every night, please share this video with them as a thoughtful gift. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can meet again in our next healing stories. Good night and sweet dreams.